I don't know if
listen.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Bro,
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay, listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past,
Right.
right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? This next guest does not require an introduction. He's been a pro player in the Valorant scene for a while. Please join me in welcoming Smoke A.
Hello, hello.
To say, is your inspiration to be in esports?
ये तो बहुत मतलब
मुश्किल
फेवरेट क्वेश्चन बोलूंगा.
अच्छा फेवरेट क्वेश्चन ठीक है बढ़िया चलो.
क्योंकि इंस्पिरेशन लाइक मेरे चाचा से लिया है. So his name is Shadow A.
If I'm not wrong, he's a CS:GO pro, right? मेरे को याद था करण एक राउंड जब तुमको पैरा ने नाइफ किया था. It's a knife, sir.
बहुत ज़्यादा टिल्ट हो गया था मैं.
Awesome. And उसके बाद
तो एक मोटिवेशन मिल गया हमें सबको. मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा लाइक मोटिवेट ही हुआ उससे लाइफ से. तो I was like घुस के फिर वही you know.
Smoke A. Average combat score 353, 27 and 12.
But yeah, any message to पैरा वो देख रहा होगा अभी जब ये लाइव जाएगा. क्या बोलोगे पैरा को?
Next time सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई पैरा. Hi, my name is Smoke from Weird Esports. We are playing League Ego Challengers Series 2021. So please come and support us. It will be live at December 1.
Today my guest, he's playing for the lineup True Rippers right now. Please join me in welcoming Paradox.
Hello everyone.
So good to have you here. What do you feel has made you choose Valorant?
Valorant is my main game, and why it is because it comes with a fresh breath of air, because it's like a tactical shooter but with different abilities and a bit cheerful colors and everything. It's more of, what do you say, it can pull a lot of people, new people into the scene.
Yeah, dude, you still play CS:GO competitively. That is awesome. I was just talking to somebody else the other day and we were talking about, is CS:GO dying in India?
CS:GO might not ever die because it's an evergreen game. To be honest, in EU and CIS region, it's never going to die because literally all of the CS legends are almost from that region. Because like in India, CS scene was kind of, what do you say, inter-India only.
Right.
Inside India. But whenever we used to go on any Asian level, so there were low opportunities as well, and India was not invited to the Asian scene and everything.
And you know, there was this one match when you guys were playing back then FS eSports, and you guys were playing Haven. You were Sky, if I'm not wrong, and you used 2 or 3 flashes. You blinded him completely in the corner of A lobby. You went and knifed him, and we all enjoyed that moment a lot. Okay, casters went crazy, but after that he got crazy triggered. And he said, quote his words,
like घुस के फिर वही.
And then you guys ended up, you know, losing that match. And if I can, Smokey said this about that incident.
Next time सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई पैरा.
We were laughing after we lost, and the only thing which you said was, "हारे तो हारे कटा कौन?" Hi, my name is Paradox. I'm from True Rippers. We are participating in the League Ego Challenger Series 2021. Please come and support us, and it will be live from December 1st. See you there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Grizzly, and I got my good friend Seth right here. Grey Knight, you guys know him really well. What's up, Seth? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing great. It is crack of dawn. I still haven't had my green tea yet. Yes, I made the switch.
Me too. It's good, man. It's good.
Yeah.
I got my green tea too.
Yeah, I was like, why not? So healthy.
So,
your body.
folks, what is the occasion today, you might ask? Today is the last quarterfinal match of the League Ego Challenger Series between FS Esports and God Particles. We're a little bit behind schedule because a previous match just ran a bit longer, but we are almost good to go now. And Seth, a little bit about both of these teams, FS Esports. You might remember them. They won our first ever tournament when they were under a different name. The lineup was somewhat similar, but they were called Fangs previously. And
Oh, I do remember Fangs.
right.
Yeah.
So this is somewhat like Fangs' lineup, but they've had a couple of acquisitions since, and they've even had a new owner, FS Esports. So excited to see these guys tonight. They're a strong contender for this match, and the opposition as well, God Particles. They are a big name. Quite popular from the CS:GO era. Shivi, Scargod. They got some exciting players in there. We'll take a look at some of these stats, but hey, it looks like we're up for an epic match. It's a best of 3, folks, if you're just tuning in. And if you don't know anything about this tournament yet, let me just tell you guys, this is a 32 team knockout. The prize pool for which is 1.5 lakh rupees, 150,000 rupees. Big one. And a lot is on the line. We've already finished 3 quarterfinal games, so we've had 3 semi-final slots already occupied, and these 2 teams tonight are going to be fighting it out for that 4th semi-final spot. The semi-finals begin tomorrow. Tune in at 7:30 for that. Make sure not to miss it. But for now, some interesting stats for us to look at. Said FS Esports to start things off. 54% win rate on Ascent.
That's a very good percent. Anything over 52 is very scary to me. Especially on a map like Ascent, like this is a team that definitely knows the map through and through, and Ascent has been one of those maps with like those really nice angles, and you got to really watch your movement over there, and knowing which corner to look and which corner not to look will save you a lot of time when running and rotating. So really excited for FS Esports to kind of carry their way through this one. Like I said, I will not be expecting a 13-0, but
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. After
it's
yesterday.
welcome. It's welcome, dude. It was insane. Like on Ascent as well. So this map is already cursed. It's seen the worst. So
For
hopefully
sure.
nothing like that happens today. That would be a big upset.
For sure. And 21% win rate on Icebox. Does that worry you a little bit? Yikes.
Yeah, I think Icebox is, like I've said, it's like the in Formula 1 they say that rain is the equalizer because skill doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
It's all about feel.
Right.
And I think Icebox is like the great equalizer of Valorant. Like you just don't know. A jet could be hiding above a box. Someone could be waiting for you in kitchen. Your next rotation from site B to A or A to B could be flanked by anyone who's looking the right angle. And so I think Icebox, that's where like your instincts come into play. Like you just have to instinctively know if a person, the way they play is going to be hiding there or not, where the spike is going to be, and how they're going to be planting. Because yeah, Icebox is one of those tricky maps. And yesterday I really liked Jets. Sorry, I can't remember the player's name, but it was basically True Ripper's Jet.
Paradox,
Was
man.
it?
The
Paradox,
man.
yeah. Paradox sat for 2 rounds over containers consistently and he was still able to baffle the enemy team because they would just not look above.
Right.
And he would get like 1 or 2 headshots right off the bat. And this man was like a first blood machine for his team, which gives that whole thing a confidence boost to like sometimes just run in and get everyone. So
Agreed.
stuff like that is just so scary. The Killjoy, the Sage plays you can make. That map is littered with things you can do. So, very scary map. And a 21% win rate. It may not be speaking towards their actual skill on the map, but yeah, it is kind of a worrisome stat.
Agreed. And also want to look at something from God Particles for a bit. We also have their statistics. Interestingly, take a look at the first map on their set. 67% win rate on Icebox for this team. And have they lost the plot just a little bit, because I don't see Icebox on the map pool at all, and I wonder if it's FS Esports who've been strategically brilliant there to make sure that it gets banned first.
I mean, if anyone has a, like I said, anything over a 52% is a very scary stat. That means that you have been consistently doing better and better at the map. You're not more than aware. You are comfortable, which is another big thing. Comfort in competitive gaming is something you never get. Comfort in competitive gaming will achieve you victories more consecutively than being good at the game. Comfortable on anything, a player has an edge. So 67 is already such a scary looking number. So yeah, I would not doubt it at all if Icebox got banned.
Yeah, agreed. And Haven, 65%. Now that map is on tonight. 65% win rate for God Particles on Haven. Interesting to see how that plays out. Breeze, they do well at Breeze. Looks like 50% win rate. So that's nice to see as well.
I'm curious. I am very curious about Breeze. I really, really want to see a Breeze game. I've just not seen it yet. Like, of all the time casting, I've yet to see Breeze.
Same here. I think we've had like one Breeze so far. I think it was in the previous tournament, but nothing much from there. We also have a few interesting player stats, and I think we picked a couple of players from each side. I think for me, FS Kohli, this man, is quite an exciting player. He does main Sova and KO, it looks like. Interesting. I don't know if we'll have a KO pick tonight. I would love to see that. But a headshot
What
percentage.
happened to that character?
I think he's still finding his place in the meta. I think people do feel that his kit, especially his Molly, it's not the strongest kit in the world. CS players love it because of the trajectories. It's kind of similar to CS:GO, but I think he still needs a couple of buffs here and there just so that it's more balanced. But
I
yeah,
remember when he was just, everyone was like, he's so broken, and oh god, they picked a KO. And
I think
that was all the hype there was.
it's just the hype in the beginning, dude. It's just the hype in the beginning. And interestingly, he does have an average combat score of 197.7, an average combat score of 197.7, which is not bad at all. A clutch success percentage, this statistic again, Seth. I don't know how they calculate it. I don't know how they do it, but 13% means that more than 1 out of 10 times in a situation where it looks very difficult for them, he seems to win it. And I think that's pretty impressive.
That's pretty cool. I remember Kohli. I think he was one of the guys that I really, really was looking forward to watching, and I didn't know if Fangs was one of the teams that were going to be disbanded or not. But
He was.
I mean, going
he was
right
part
off
of the Fangs lineup as well. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, going right off the bat, I think Fangs have definitely got an advantage with their ping. Like, they're hardwired into the server, man. 2 ping? What are we, South Korea? Jeez. If I got that ping, I would never stop playing the game.
He's 100% sitting in Mumbai. There's absolutely no doubt about that.
They're all sitting in Mumbai. 25625.
Yeah, and
phone number, man.
And with that, it looks like we might just be almost ready to get going. We do have another interesting statistic for us to look at.
They started the game.
No, I think we're just going to take another minute or two. But while we are waiting for that, Seth, take a look at this man right here. Another exciting player. Scar God.
I remember that guy.
Looks like he does main. He means Sky and Rays. An average combat score of 167.6. Scargod is quite again, he's not new to the scene. He's quite popular. We've seen him around forever. He's been around, and excited to see him. I think this is the first League Ego tournament that he's going to be playing with us, but nonetheless, excited to see this guy play tonight. Looks like, folks, we are more or less ready. So let's go head straight into our agent select screen. I didn't really get a chance to see that common agent compositions set, but this is looking interesting. I see a Reyna on both sides being considered.
I mean, double fraggers for the attackers, please. Let's not hit ourselves. We all know that double fraggers actually push a lot. I don't know. That KO pick might be really good too.
It might be. It might be.
He is a very. I think his kit is like. I know he's a. What is it called? A initiator.
He is an initiator. That's right.
Yeah, he's got an initiator badge, but I always think he operates more like a fragger.
Right.
Like the way that people have played him, he's always been like a top fragger.
Yeah.
And I really like the KO pick, but yeah, I'm gonna emphasize it more and more. 2 attackers, yes, please, like 2 entry-level fraggers. We need that for attackers because this is a hard map to breach. This is a hard map to watch angles. This is a hard map to get into any site. You need those entry-level fragging kits just to enter a site. And
Agreed.
yeah, like.
And there you go.
Nova is
FS.
a all-time
FS.
classic.
I think FS took your advice. They got Jet and Reyna. Excited to see that.
Yeah, there you go again. Even Raze and Jet. I really like the Raze because of the fact that she can clear those cubbies while going into like a boathouse and stuff like that. And so she's really good for pushing in. I think you need to not think long term. You need to kind of think of how I can push my team slowly with those leads. On maps like Ascent, it's hard. It's really hard to kind of get an advantage based on basically straight up gunplay, because if your angles are not, like if you're not watching your angles right, you're in for a world of pain.
Right. No, yeah, for sure. And Haven is up next actually, Seth. And then we got Bind to finish things off if this does go into a best of 3. So very excited for that. But taking a quick look at the agent composition, I'll just run us through it. We got Cactus on the Jet, nothing new about that. This man is a Jet main, exciting player. We got Cortez, a new player in the FS lineup, playing the League Ego tournament for the first time on the Reyna set. Exciting to see that. Dominic, another new player. So 2 new names, 2 roster changes for FS Esports on the Astra. Headshot's going to be on the Killjoy, and Kohli, as we talked about earlier, is going to be on the Sova. We'll come back to God Particles in just a bit. Shivi is on the Sova.
Wow, they're
an
heavily
shot
pushing.
push.
Oh, they get a beautiful kill.
Ooh, really quickly getting a couple of trades onto this A shot, and now
Best
Ember.
esports are falling like flies, bro. Oh, Dominic
Spike
with a
down
beautiful
A.
double.
That just balances this round up a little bit. God Particles getting off to a great start, getting those 2 early picks, but
One enemy remaining.
Shivi gets one. It's down to just Dominic. Dominic gets a third. He's got the,
Dominic's on fire, dude.
and he's got the spike right in front of him where he wants it. Now this drop down from heaven can be tricky here. This turret, no, don't pick the turret.
Blocking vision.
Oh, he grabbed the spike.
He did.
He got the spike. Like how he
Spike
smoked
planted.
the turret. That is very advantageous.
One enemy
But now
remaining.
he just has to swing and boom.
Ace.
There you go. That is clinical. Very well done.
Calling my bot.
I'm forgetting the enemy. Well, what is the?
God Particles. I mean,
God particles.
yeah. I mean, that was.
Very well done by them.
And Dominic, though, I mean, we have to talk about that. 4 kills in that pistol round, off to a great start. I thought he did brilliantly, stopping that push coming in from A shot, number 1.
Yeah.
And then following it up with a 3rd kill onto Shivi from A main. And God Particles for a bit were looking a bit worried there in the end. Those last two players, Logista as well as I think it was Ember, had to really work together on that one. And now a full buy coming in for God Particles. A heavy B main push, it does look like.
Yeah, no, they all get spotted by the Sova, and Kohli's gonna like just shock arrow that and try to deny the push as much as he can. Fangs is desperately trying to enter the site, but they know that the market door has now been opened. There's gonna be a bot out there. Logista is watching that site or watching that point like a hawk. He does get
Spike
Cortez gets
planted.
tagged by God Particle's shock dart. And now they just wait as Knight Rider tries to get a beautiful flank, and he kills Dominic right off the bat. Cactus very low. Man, this is not looking too good.
One enemy
Ooh, Cortez
There
gets
you go,
another on
beautiful kill.
Shivy. Logis is
That
there
was a
to
pretty good
trade.
kill for a classic.
It's down to just Cactus. He's got a Marshal in his hands. Can he inflict
Yeah,
any
he
more
does have
damage
a
here?
Marshal.
Oof, that was close.
Yeah, that would be all. Knight Rider again. These teams at God Particles, I like that because their players are able to catch at least more than 3 kills solo, which kind of dents the economy a little bit, but not as much. But still, anything or something is better than nothing. So I really appreciate teams who still put in the effort even when they know that they're in a heavy deficit. That is a good mentality. And right now, God Particles is kind of pulling through. Like, even though they might be getting absolutely schlounced, they're still pulling through.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that FS was able to pick up those couple of kills. So there's 2 less Spectres on their side, and FS Esports are going to be coming in with a bonus round. So they got 3 Spectres and a Sheriff, and Knight Rider's actually gone for the Phantom purchase now. Now, if they lose this Phantom early, and they do because Cactus was in a tough position, thanks to that smoke, steals that kill and comes back.
Cactus is sitting in a really good spot again. This is very scary. I don't think they should be making that A push, but I think Spike might be.
Oof, that shock dart from
Spike right on them.
from Shivy, I think.
I need obscuring vision.
Yeah, I think a rotation would be better. God Particles over here, like, very well played. That unfortunate loss to Cactus is a little sad, but I think they grabbed the gun, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
may have
yeah,
grabbed
they
the
did.
Phantom.
They did.
Logistic-
Logistic got it.
grabbed,
Yep.
yeah.
And Ember's holding back here now. This is a sneaky play. He wants to seal a kill. He wants to take Cactus down before the rotation from FS begins, as they slowly start to realize. And hang on, take a look at God Particles. They're not even going B. They're actually on A shot.
Oh, they're just. I mean, yeah, they might be playing for pizza, but I like how FS or
30
Fangs
seconds
was
left.
sitting over here biding their time. There you go. There comes a rotation. Oh, this might be
This
the
is
cheeky
brilliant.
play that they've
This is
been waiting
brilliant.
for. Yeah, I
This
really
is-
like it.
and-
This is very smart.
And credit to Scargod, because look at him. He's inside B side. He's trying to convince them that this is a B push. There's one player. Guess who it is? It is Dominic
Oh my
again.
God, Dominic.
He's looking dangerous. Takes
Man
one
is
down.
nuts.
Spike's down.
And Spike will go down.
That's a
And
good spot.
Yeah.
That is a bad spot to be in for Shivy. I am very concerned for Shivy. Yep, and that's Shivy actually takes one down with him. Oh, a beautiful kill by Logista, who's sitting at the right place at the right time, but is instantly taken down by Cactus, and that will be an easy defuse for Fang.
FS doing
Very well
brilliantly.
played.
Yeah, I mean, for a second there, I thought they took the bait, but I think they recovered
They
really
did,
well.
but they rotated really
Yeah.
fast the minute Dominic got 2 kills.
No, for sure. And with that, FS Esports getting off the mark, folks. 2-1 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is a close game, like a very, very good close game. I think we might be going into a actual 3-game round this time.
I think we just might, and it's the third map tonight is Bind. I don't know if you have seen a Bind pick yet in the quarterfinals set. I don't quite remember.
One of my favorite maps, but yeah, I don't think we have seen one yet. So
Yeah, I
am
mean-
very excited.
Yeah, from Ascent we do go to Haven and Haven, and Haven has been one of those maps that is there almost every single match consistently. Cortez taking heavy damage from the shock dart. A quick look at the buys. FS Esports won that last round, but the economies are not looking great. In fact, Cortez has come in with, I think he came in with a half shield. He's lost it nonetheless now.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Definitely puts them at a disadvantage, but if Dominic is able to clutch it once more, he'll be able to do it.
Ooh, Kohli was trying to break the bomb buddy so that Headshot's position is not given away, but he could not, and Shivy will punish
Yeah,
Headshot for that.
Shivy will punish it.
He was trying to be sneaky there, and now the lockdown coming in. Now Kohli, he's going to be in trouble. Ooh,
Oh! Scargard just really quick on that trigger for Kohli. He knew
Brilliant.
that sneaky bugger was
Brilliant.
there.
And
And Knight
Ma-
Rider gets
Ma-
a beautiful double headshot. What is going on? God Particles over here showing up today.
Spike planted.
excellent mid control asserted by Knight Rider. Gets those 2 picks, and now Cortez has a lot to do. Was searching for that headshot, but could not
Wow.
find it. And Scargod peeks wide and peeks well.
You know, This man had his number written. There's no other way to say it. He just, you know, yeah, both of them same distance. Just the Phantom won.
For sure. I think that he may have been a bit low already from. No, actually, he was 150 HP.
No, he was 150
yeah.
HP. Yeah.
I guess it was just
a very clean kill.
A double dink, perhaps, or maybe he got a second shot. But nonetheless, a third round on the board for God Particles, and now FS is forced into an eco buy. God Particles off to a great start, you have to say. You have to say. And now, trying to take this mid control once again.
I will say, like, this is one of the first teams that are doing this well defending. Like, exceptionally well defending. And everyone's biding their time after all of those back and forth rounds. And there you go. There's some action on point A as Scarguard, Knight Rider, takes
Dominic!
out 3 people. And Dominic! What is up with this man? What is he eating?
He's feeling himself tonight.
Playing on a whole new level.
Oh, he's gonna be dead with that. He's gonna be dead with
no,
that.
the nade. That is a great kill. The nade from Raze is a beautiful way to get a kill.
But I mean, FS has played brilliantly though to be in this position in eco.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, nice job from Cactus. Breaks the window and still gets a beautiful kill. And will he be able to turn it around? Because Dominic has been feeling himself. Or sorry, Ember. I don't know if he can, but yep, there you go. He does, and the attackers have finally made it back on the board after a pretty heavy loss.
4-1 on the scoreboard. God Particles are really feeling themselves, folks. Starting things off on Ascent with 4 rounds in the bag already early on. FS eSports were forced into an eco, but now Cactus does bring out the operator set, so things might just start to look up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I guess the standout player for me so far on the side of FS has been Dominic. He's really feeling his aim. He's on point with those headshots, making it work for him a couple of times now, single-handedly. Yeah.
Yeah, the dude is gaming today. For sure.
Again, FS.
Connected it and yeah.
Ooh, and FS is looking like they've set up to deny that mid control in bottom mid. And Cactus here with the operator.
They're trying desperately to get the operator out, but they get baited by the Reyna. And the Reyna will be taken down by Ember, who's watching out for his friends. A Hunter takes down Cactus. And that was a brilliant kill. And FS and God Particles going neck and neck, not allowing a single player get away with those cheeky kills.
Headshot doing really well. Headshot does brilliantly there to avoid the drone completely. And Shivi deciding now, nope, they want to go B, looks like. Ember. And Kohli is actually on B side. He's in B main. Oh, his position is revealed now. His position is revealed now. He has a player coming from behind. He knows it. Knight Rider will punish him. FS now with a
30 seconds left.
Yeah, with a significant man disadvantage now. Headshot is alone on B side. And Dominic needs to hurry up. Shivi is watching mid. Shivi's gonna come in with that late mid flank. You know he is. Headshot gets one.
Headshot gets a beautiful kill onto him. Will Dominic be able to clutch it for his team as he's always been able to?
Now he's got a problem here because he doesn't know where Shivi is, and that might be the end for him. He doesn't know Shivi's position at all.
Yeah, that swing was very scary because Knight Rider and Shivi was watching him, and yeah, they both get the advantage over there. A very sad and unfortunate turn of events, but yeah, God Particles still. They're making it, man. They're attacking strong. And they're winning on Ascend. Yeah.
They're looking strong, folks. If you're just tuning in, I want to just remind you guys, the other 3 teams to have qualified for the semifinals so far are Weird Esports. We had True Rippers. Absolutely stunning display from them yesterday against Team Valor set day before yesterday. But how impressive was True Rippers on Ascent? 13-0. Do you remember? 13-0. Wow.
Pulling them in.
Yeah. Joke, dude. That was a scary game.
It was, and it was against Team Valor, who are the current champions. So, True Rippers, I mean, they absolutely deserve that spot. And of course,
the Firebolt gets a lot of information in.
Spike down A.
Does not get attacked by the shot.
Ooh,
guard,
Cactus
but
steals
does
two.
tag.
He steals
Jeez
2.
Louise.
Wow.
Awesome with his ultimate. I love that. Every single one of these players that's connecting today. They are not missing one bit. And there you go. The Firebolt actually was in a great spot. Able to detect it and with Logista get another kill. He may not. Fully had his number written all over him. Spectre versus a Phantom is not a fight that he wants to take. He's gonna have to bide his time. He's kind of trying to see a cheeky play if he can. There you go, a little bit of ding. Oh, there you go. Is he gonna get
Unlucky.
it? No,
Unlucky.
no.
Knight Rider, how are you still alive?
One enemy remaining.
Gets the
Yeah,
shock dart
yeah.
kill, but
He
Ember
does get
will
the
be
shock
there.
dart.
Yeah, he does, but Ember was there. Ember was there to make sure the damage wasn't too significant, and with that, a 6th run on the board. God Particles looking strong on Ascent here tonight.
This team is consistently winning while attacking on Ascent. Let it be told that that is a very hard feat to achieve, especially on a map this open and this like AG with like on the sites. You have so many things, you have so many corners to look at. It is scary, and I always believe that defenders would have an advantage, but God Particle's proving me wrong yet once again.
Super excited for Haven, though. I'm not gonna lie, Seth. Haven's gonna be something else. Cactus here, holding that mid position.
Man.
This time around, though,
If
God
they're able
Particles,
to-
a very heavy B push. Kohli with the Odin
Kohli
will
with the
take down
Odin.
Logista. Can he find Shivi as well? 26 HP, one shot, and he is dead.
That's
Ooh.
a little unfortunate.
The audacity on Shivi. He even picked up that gun over there, giving that audio cue. Now down to 11 HP. This man he's not scared.
Yeah, he's down even lower now, so I'm very nervous for him. If I wasn't nervous already for him. Oh, Dominic moved away. It's rather unfortunate. He was the sole survivor who could have saved his team from this A side push. The market door goes down, and there you go. Scarguard goes for a quick cheeky plant. He's gonna get that plant, and there's the dart that gets shot out. Killjoy defender Killjoy comes out from Team Fangs. Let's see if they're gonna be able to make something happen. Scarguard taking a beautiful spot on top of that container. Will he get a kill? He gets a kill out to Dominic, and there you go. The Odin man is dead. Scarguard going up. This man came to game, and Cactus may be the only person left alive. Will he be able to win this 1v1 against Scarguard? For entering the site. Oh, both players very low, but there you go. Ember showing us why they're in the game for his team. He plays for God Particles, and just like that, it's 1-4-7. Good job, God Particle. They're doing exceptionally well.
They are. They deserve this. I'm a bit worried for FS eSports. I'm not gonna lie. Haven's gonna be
a
a
little bit of a
yeah, and we talked about this.
momentum.
Seth, we were talking exactly about why are teams happy to attack first, and I guess this is why. They just come in with the momentum before they know what's happening. They've lost 5 rounds, and now FS eSports, by all means, against the ropes. And this is Ascent we're talking about, but the next map, Seth, is going to be Haven, and God Particles is going to be attacking first on Haven too.
I mean, if you're as coordinated as God Particles is, where you have like, they're playing like a beautiful game of chess. Apart from some characters, they always have one character who's followed by another person. Like a 3-push or a 2-push. And it's beautiful. It's working out incredibly well.
Ooh, Kohli.
I can't emphasize it. Oh,
A stinger
Kohli
kill.
is stuck.
When was the last time you saw that?
Scarguard. Yeah, I think 2 games ago when I casted last time.
Oh yeah, we did actually.
That
Is
stinger
the,
kill. Yeah,
is the
it was a
stinger
Jet
is the
stinger
is
kill.
the stinger coming back? I mean, I don't know.
I've always liked the gun, man. I really liked the gun. It may be inaccurate, but in close quarters, that thing will never lose you a fight. But there you go, Cactus or Cortez instantly gets taken out. Dominic, man, beautiful sheriff play is instantly taken out by Logista, who's avenging his friend once again. Yeah, Dominic consistently finds those kills with the sheriff. Like, I hope he always puts the sheriff in secondary because the man is very surgical with it. But God Particles not giving their team or not giving the enemy team any breathing ground whatsoever. Just putting the pressure, and that is what I like to see with a team that is attacking. They are so well coordinated that they're not afraid when their team members fall because they know that if you stick to the plan, victory is achieved. So, yeah, my only issue would be to get the operator off of the Cactus. I'm okay with that. With that, man, the op is just too overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the scoreboard, Knight Rider on the side of God Particles and Scar God, these two duelists. You talked about the double duelists for both these teams actually today. We got Jet and Raze on God Particles and Jet and Reina on FS Esports. But both these players, Knight Rider and Scar God, looking really strong. 23 kills between the both of them. And we talked about how important the entry fragging role is, Seth, and this is exactly what we're seeing. Scargod now in such a deep mid position, full control really. Like, if they have so many options with this position he's holding.
Oh, Cortez! A little too slow on the trigger as Ember is able to get a clean headshot. Not even close. AB is what I would say to that play. But Cactus over here waiting for Ember. He just knew that the man was going to be coming in, and that is good night.
The plant does go down on A site, and Cactus still with the operator. He's waiting for Logista's push, and Logista being so measured about it. Now Shivi and Logista can work together here to get this operator out of the hands of Cactus.
Argod might be in a little bit of trouble, and there comes the Odin. Very inaccurate, and Scargod.
Logista!
His name. God, Logista. Good job. Dominic again. Not able to get the last kill as Knight Rider will finish him off with the Phantom, and just like that, God Particles running it away.
They are kind of running away with this one, folks. And once again, we talked about that mid control asserted by Scargod, getting that easy pick on early on as the players from Team FS really started to move, and of course, Cactus in the end, that operator had to pay more dividends. Seth, I have to say it, as much as I hate saying it, it had to pay more dividends. And I know there's fans in the chat for FS Esports, and hey, we are fully optimistic that they will be able to make a comeback from this. Maybe even the curse of 9-3, who knows?
Deploying drone.
I mean, hey, I'm hopeful. Better the game, better the entertainment, but it's looking a little iffy. God Particles has not been allowing them any breathing room. Dominic is probably the only defender who's been very consistent through and through, and Cactus has performed with that off. So I'm not really sure if we're even going to be able to see them with the way they're losing and the way their economies are. They will have to compromise at some point. And that's the round that I'm scared.
There's that stinger again. Looks like Kohli's taking a liking to this gun. Swaps it out for a Vandal though. Good choice, no doubt.
Yeah, good choice.
Now he's got the Hunter's Fury as well, so he could potentially deny a plant even at a site. Now this next fight with Scargod is going to be huge.
Oh, this is not looking good. Cactus might peek and find Shivy. He's hiding in the smoke really, really effectively. And Shivy, good job, buddy. He just decides not to mess with it at all.
Scargod with that ultimate, the showstopper, making sure that there was no way that Kohli was going to defend that. And now they do have B site completely. And with the number disadvantage and the gun disadvantage, it's going to be FS Esports once again in a very, very difficult retake.
I mean, Shivy still has a recon dart to check in where the enemy is. He does spot somebody. Oh my god, bro. They are challenging the op and winning. What kind of tomfoolery is this? I am so mad. This is insane. The way they're taking out Fangs is actually kind of ridiculous.
It absolutely is. It's actually FS Esports now said they're not called Fangs anymore, yeah. And I agree with you, man. 10-1 on the scoreboard. I'm starting to get really worried for FS here.
Yeah, one more round in the swap, but
yeah, I'm gonna throw that question at you again. You're the coach of FS Esports. What are you telling them right now?
You know, first things first, we hit the panic button hard. Slam that baby. Just be like,
always.
alright guys. I think, in my opinion, if I was the coach, I would honestly be telling them, hey, it happens, let's shake it off. Just try to perform to the best. If I was their coach, I would honestly be just waiting for them to use this if they really are mentally drained. With this site, just kind of wait for them to lose it out, kind of tell the players, hey, it's Ascent. They have a beautiful win rate on Ascent. What, 54% is what you said? They know what they're doing. They're a well-coordinated team. You're in the professional league. There are no hard and fast rules as to what should happen and what can happen. It just is what happens. And so you just want to put your mindset to, all right, let me focus up, let me build back my mental up. And if you have a good mental,
Spike
that is all you
planted.
need. And right now, I think that's all FS needs to be talking about. Just good mental. Don't focus too much on the defeat. Kind of keep their. If they keep their heads, they'll win. They'll win more. And I think it's just a. This is just the curse of Ascent. I've always loved this map,
Last player
but this
standing.
map is very scary, and always has been. And there you go. Cortez still manages to find one kill onto Knight Rider, denting their economy just a little bit as Shivi makes a rotation, grabbing a Vandal, but they're able to take Cortez down, no sweat. GG, round swap. Let's see if FS can make the same kind of attacks that God Particles has been making these last 11 rounds.
11-1 on the scoreboard, folks, at halftime. And you've got to say that God Particles are looking like they're going to run away with this first map at least. And we are heading over to Haven next, which again, as the stats tell us, Seth, Haven is another map that God Particles particularly enjoy playing, and I did not see that in the FS Esports stat slide. So the odds are looking in the favor for God Particles unless FS Esports comes out here and shows us a stunning display.
No, I think FS still has it in the bag. If they don't lose their calm, they're definitely going to be able to win it. I think, yes, the momentum generated by God Particles is insane and uncanny, and I'm very happy that they were able to build that momentum, because that just means that they're that much closer to a victory, and that just means that is one of the mental strains that is on FS to perform. But here we go, mid pizza. I do not know why it's the most challenged spot out there, but man, boy, these both teams really, really love mid pizza, don't they?
Absolutely. In fact, a shot actually, and I mean, I'm also noticing the difference in the approach when God Particles were at a shot. They did not press any other key apart from the W key, if you know what I mean. They were just they were running in with so much confidence, and FS had a really tough time to deal with the tempo of that gameplay. But now a more measured approach from FS Esports looks like it's paying off though. They get a couple of picks, the plant will go down, and now a 3 versus 5 retake on the cards for God Particles.
Yeah, I mean, FS is doing really well. They're all in both. Someone needs to be lurking. Edshot gets beautiful kills with his classic. Man, that shotgun attachment, or alternate fire is looking very, very good. And Edshot gets another one on the Ember, and just like that, he wins a round for his team. And there you go. Attacker heavy, man.
Is Ascent a attacking map now? Is that what is that what we're saying? Okay.
I think right now it's attacker heavy. I think that the opportunity that the map provides for rotations and you still having to be careful and checking your corners is insane. Like I've said time and time again, it is a very open map. You need to be watching your angles, otherwise you're going to get picked off really, really quickly. And right now, FS Esports has the advantage in their hand. Knight Rider over there with a Marshall. Let's see if he's able to make some quick work and get a couple headshots. The team only needs 2 more wins to catapult themselves 1 game forward. And Coley's drone has now spotted Targod. They might be gunning for his neck.
Ooh, Knight Rider does get a pick with that Marshall.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
But it's quite literally the only gun they have. Yeah. And now he's down to 26 HP. Cactus, somebody stop this man. 4 kills with that Spectre,
Wow.
making it count. FS Esports will register round number 3.
Very quickly. They did it. It's 11-3, so I don't know if the curse of the 9-3 will still exist, but we'll just have to wait and find out.
We're past that.
Okay, good.
I mean, for the fans of FS, sure, why not? I mean, we got people in the chat supporting FS Esports. I mean, both these teams, man. I mean, they're really, really good teams. Both of them competing in all the top tier Valorant tournaments in India right now. So it's anybody's game, really. But honestly, FS really need to continue showing the kind of aggression, the kind of precision that they showed in the last 2 rounds for about 8 more rounds, and then it's game on.
No, I completely agree. I think FS has been doing a great job. Scar God is now mad. He gets a beautiful kill, making the round as 5 versus 4.
And they know Dominic's.
To make quick work?
They know Dominic's position now. He's going to smoke himself out of there. This could be a trap. This could be a trap. Because Cactus has arrived for him.
Ember took out Coley at the other side as Shivy is looking desperately to enter a site or not. Shivy is looking desperately around those corners at A site. Dominic creeping in one by one into both
Placing swarm grenade.
fish cubby.
Swarm grenade out.
What's it called? My bad.
I love the way Knight
A
Rider
main,
and
or B main.
I love the way Knight Rider and Scargod are asserting this dominance over B main. Now they've fallen back, don't get me wrong, they've lost the map control now. But just that statement of aggression, I think it's also a mental game. Putting
30
FS
seconds
Esports in
left.
a bit of a bother, under the hammer, as you will. And now
Dominic is not in a good spot. I don't know if he's gonna if they're trying to make a cheeky play and make them rotate.
not with the spike
The
though.
man is
Not with the
walking
spike,
in.
Dominic.
Why would you do that, Dominic, with the spike?
Down B.
That is unfortunate. It was an unfortunate turn of events. I really did not like Dominic
Match
walking in
point.
with the spike. That was not a smart thing to do at all. He should have at least dropped it in B lobby.
Match point, Seth. Match point, and it's been a much shorter game than what I anticipated. But perhaps that's just the first map, folks. If you guys are watching this, and if you're an FS Esports fan, do not be disheartened because this is a best of 3. We're headed over to Haven next, and if it stays on a tie, then we're gonna be going to Bind for a third map. This is the quarterfinals, and these two teams are fighting for that last semi-final spot. So there's gonna be action for sure.
Man, this team has been doing great. They're exceptionally well. They're performing every day. And there you go, FS Edge Shot. Making a statement. 5 versus 4 now. Cortez on the Scar God, and just like that, 2 of the very key players of Team God Particles are out. And Ember gets revenge for one of them. Shivy needs to be watching that. Oh, Shivy, no! Shivy gets a beautiful kill! Will he be able to? No, he does not, as Edge Shot is quicker on the trigger. And Shivy, but a beautiful kill nonetheless. A 3 versus 2, they can still make it happen because Logesta has definitely made some cheeky plays for sure. So let's see if he's able to make some fun gameplay with that. As Edshot is watching that corner of market like a hawk. And there you go. Edshot knows that Logista is there. Will Logista be able to get a kill? And Ember gets a kill onto him. 2v2.
Brilliant.
Very good. Very
Last
good.
player standing.
Oh no, Cortez connects it to the head. Logista is out. It's all up to Ember.
One enemy remaining.
Connects. One more. Does he? No, he does not. As Cortez uses the wall to get a beautiful wall bang. And just like that, 3 kills in the bucket. 4 and 12.
There.
Team FS still a little
There.
bit scared, but one step closer to getting it over with.
But I mean, that's more like it though. I mean, I like the way FS Esports waited and they waited for an opportunity to get that pick in mid. There was an interesting play there from FS Esports. I don't know if you noticed, but Kohli was droning from the middle of mid. And as soon as I don't know which player it was from God Particles. As soon as he heard that, he thought it was going to be an easy kill for him. But Edge Shot, it was a trap. Edge Shot was waiting.
Out of my way.
Yeah. No, it's always tricky like that. It's an unfortunate event for sure, but yeah, what can you do about it?
Very, very A-sided push this time around. All 5 players in A lobby for FS Esports. I think he got his recon wrong a little
You
bit.
should run.
Yeah, a little bit. I think the Killjoy is ultimately coming out. Will maybe give them the thing they need. I think the Razor Grenade was really good. It didn't tag a lot of
Nice.
people. Cactus gets a beautiful kill with that updraft. Wonderfully done. There comes the Empress. They're putting out all the stops. They're making a push for it. If FS is able to stop this, that would be a great upset for them. For God Particles. Or Knight Rider watching that with his own ultimate. Will he be able to get a headshot is the question. What is it? 3 to the body, 1 to the head?
It's 50 damage for the body and 150 to the head. That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, interesting. FS
30
Esports,
seconds left.
the spike is still A main. I think they were trying to fake a rotation, but it hasn't worked because God Particles still have 3 players on site. Scargod gets one.
Dominic, Scargod gets one. I'm gonna take out another one. Yeah.
Kohli gets a second. Knight Rider goes down, and now just the last two players here. It is going to be just Shivy and Logista. Shivy gets taken down. Logista gets the trade, but Dominic is there for the reverse trade, and looks like FS will live to see another round. 12-5 now. Now I don't want to curse it. I don't want to. You know what? I'm not going to say it. I am not going to say the word that starts with C and ends with back.
Man, I wonder which word you were gonna say. I'm baffled over here. English is not my first language.
I don't want to curse it.
Yeah, but that was a big upset for Team Dark Particles because of the fact that like they pulled out all their stuff. That was 3 ultimates used, and FS is sitting very comfortably at a nice spot right now, knowing that fact that Team God Particles was just. Or no, sorry, there was 3 ultimates coming out of FS, so that was a very good push by them. But right now they don't have any of those to lean back on. So God Particle sitting very comfortably on the fact that they might be able to do something right now.
Yeah, but they don't have buys.
Another kill.
And they don't have the buys this round, and that's why FS is so much more straightforward for them to just push into sight. They're not scared because they know they don't have the guns. Knight Rider in fact has only a shorty. And Cactus will punish him because he didn't have a weapon that would help him in long range at all. And a flawless round from FS eSports. So there you go. Now this is a team that has class, Seth. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. I mean, they just got off on the wrong foot, and maybe God Particles just bringing that momentum with them. Also interestingly, Seth, FS is just coming out of a match from Gauntlet where I believe they did not win. So it's got to be hard, right? I mean, jumping in from game to game.
Yeah, they have something to prove. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff to prove. It's also pretty tough, but the way they're performing, I couldn't even tell you that they're fatigued. They're performing exceptionally well. They're doing incredibly well, and if they make a comeback, dude, that'd be crazy. Oh my goodness, Knight Rider gets spotted out by Headshot. I think God Particles just tried to do the attacking when they.
I don't know if it was needed. Honestly, I think it was a bit unnecessary. Yeah, no. Knight Rider was trying to be over aggressive. Didn't pay off, but it's still not over. They still got 4 players, so they can still pull this off. FS eSports now need to carefully recalibrate, though.
Yeah, I think that push or that aggression really did throw off FS eSports, but I think they have nothing to worry about. I do need to enter a site, but God Particles has all the advantage over here. The drone will spot out the 4 of them as people will start rotating towards A. Yep, there you go. They're coming closer and closer to the Cubbies. Yep, there you go. Kohli gets a kill, but ScarGod gets another kill as well. Unfortunate trade indeed for God Particles as Cortez is able to just blindly shoot the smoke and get a kill on 2. Oh my goodness. Active. Another kill onto Ember. Logista! Oh, not quite. Was so close. He was dinking left and right, but not quite there yet.
7-12. FS eSports. What's happening here? Crossfire in the chat is like, imagine if this goes to 12-12. I didn't say it, chat. It was Crossfire who said it. So if it doesn't happen, he jinxed it, not me. Or maybe Seth.
Look, possible, man. I gotta say what I gotta say. The audience wants me to say it to them, so I'm gonna say it.
Don't do it, Seth.
It's possible, chat.
Don't do it. No.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it is possible.
Another eco round coming in for God Particles, and this should be another round really for FS eSports.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cortez already got a kill. This man is ruthless with that Reyna. I want to see his combat score. I'm very curious. Cactus, again, the other fragger, making his way downtown, taking shots, taking names. Man's ruthless.
Yes.
Let's see if Dominic is able to make some more kills like he did in the first round. He has been not on the board as much this game. Oh, there you go! Ember gets a beautiful double kill onto. I don't know why.
Ember was being naughty. That's what he was. That's what he was being naughty there, trying to sneak into his smoke with the Sheriff. And now Shivy has got quite a task on his hands. 125 HP with the Sheriff.
Is just, I don't understand what God Particles is doing with that weird push.
Shot down.
A beautiful kill by Shivy on Kohli, but he will be taken down by Headshot as there's 3 people on the map and you can only fight so much.
12-8, Seth. 12-8 now on scoreboard. Well, I can walk you through that A-shot push. I mean, I guess when you're on an eco round, it's likely that you're not going to win the round. And I guess the way pro players look at it is they want to inflict as much damage as possible on the economy of the opposition. And so sometimes they just sneak into those positions, maybe get a couple of kills, try to get away. If you can see, Night Rider actually did get a pick over there before. I think it was Cortez who traded both those kills, if I'm not wrong. But it works out sometimes, it doesn't work out sometimes. I thought Shivi did well in the end to get that one kill, and now Shivi with the Hunter's Fury. I'm not sure what he's looking for exactly because he didn't tag anyone, and now a reverse Hunter's Fury coming in from Kohli. He doesn't find anyone either, so a couple of ultimates exchanged. Nothing lost or gained for both sides.
No, that's true. Both teams are doing exceptionally well, except for the part that FS might be running away with this if they keep this momentum up. They're doing exceptionally well. They're doing really, really good at attacking. Ascent from a very defender-heavy map for me has become a very attacker-heavy map this game. And there you go, Headshot consistently finds us 2 kills every single time. This man is incredibly good. Shivi just needs to peek at the right time.
Cortez gets a pick in mid as well as Scargod goes down, and now it is down to just the last player. It is Shivi once again in a tough situation. Can he get that? Oh, he should have got that pick.
He should have got that kill, yeah.
He should have got that pick, but now Shivi 150 HP. All's not lost. All's not lost. He can still clutch this. This man is capable.
I think he's got it. They are planting on point B or point A.
Now,
My bad.
there's a decision here to be made, Seth. Now Shivi's got a phantom on him, and God Particles don't look like they'll be able to afford a full buy next round. So I wonder if the discussion here is perhaps just go in for that save and try to make FS lose as many rifles as possible. Now, take a look at FS's economy for a second. Oof.
Oh, he gets taken out by Cactus, who was just lurking at the right time at the right moment. Yeah, Cactus is crazy, dude. This guy's cracked. Got ice in his veins.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at. I guess it's time. Let's look at the scoreboard real quick. Seth, Cactus is looking like he's been one of the best players tonight. 22 and 14 so far. Cortez not far behind. 17 and 15. Folks, Cortez is one of the 2 new additions in this FS lineup. Dominic and Cortez, I've been told by the FS management, are the 2 new players, exciting new players for them. And on the side of God Particles, you have to say that Scargod has looked so good. He's on 21 and 17 himself. Night Rider has not been bad either, 19 and 16. So both these players... Scargod. No, he did not check.
Oh no,
that
he
is
does
unfortunate.
not check that, and he gets punished. Yeah, he got punished really, really hard for that.
And as expected, Seth, it's another eco coming in from God Particles, so FS might just be in a good position to take this round back as well.
Here. I got the spike.
Cactus will get another. Shivi goes down as Kohli will take down Logista, and now once again it's down to just those last 2 players. It is Ember and Night Rider.
Night Rider gets a dink onto Dominic, doesn't necessarily kill him, but does a lot of damage.
FS now favoring this B-sided push. Cortez isn't quite sure if the side is clear, so he's just trying to be 100% careful, and it's just been one of those games from FS eSports. If they do manage to take this to overtime, Seth, I'm gonna have to say
Spike planted.
it's gonna be something special.
Fly and die with him.
It's gonna be something special for sure.
I think, yeah, if they're able to do it, dude, FS would be legends.
What's Night Rider's best case scenario here? 1 versus 4. He's got a Marshal, only 100 HP.
I think he needs to do it. He needs to find a pick.
Well,
nice.
that's
there
a
we
good
go.
start. That helps.
That's a beautiful kill, but there's a lurk coming from the enemy Sova with God Particles.
Ooh, Dominic.
No, there we go.
Using the
Dominic
angle.
Just watching it, yeah.
FS eSports
really
though.
good at
I mean,
that.
we gotta talk about this dude. It was 12-5. Was it 12-5?
No, it was actually 12-2.
Oh, are you serious right
It
now?
was. I'm not even kidding. It was 12-2, and these guys have made a run for it from there.
That is disgusting. FS eSports, you guys. I mean, that is amazing. This is brilliant.
Like,
we're watching.
They
We're watching
had not an uphill battle. They literally have won. Watch, they have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive rounds.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And you got to say, despite how good God Particles has been in their attacking side, the momentum, you have to think now, Seth, is with FS Esports. And it's not just the momentum, but also just the mindsets. God Particles have lost 7 rounds on the trot. What does that do to you as a team?
It's very disheartening, but like I said, as I said for team FS, like if you are struggling with mental, you need to shake it off. That's all you can do. In a professional environment, you can't afford to be disheartened. And have to just kind of brush it off and pull through, and that's what this team has been doing as well. They're doing incredibly well. They made a comeback, and yeah, like this team is looking fresh.
Now this is a huge round because God Particles are coming in with a full buy. Knight Rider has the AWP, doesn't check the top position. He peeks out, and Kohli will punish him for that. That's a big loss. That is a big loss. And now Ember gets caught out. That is a good headshot though from Ember, as Kohli will be there to get the trade. And now a 3 versus 3. Cactus gets another. Scar God will go down. Looks like A side is now available, and now the last 2 players, Shivi and Logista, need to work this one out again. If they're not careful, Cactus will catch them off guard. He gets one. Logista's there for the trade, but now a 1 versus 2. And take a look at this crossfire from FS Esports. Logista knows. Logista knows. Pulls down the lockdown. Look behind. Look behind, Logista. No. He doesn't. He doesn't. Looks like they might get a crack at that lockdown, but can Logista inflict some damage?
They destroyed the lockdown, so he has that information. Is he defusing? No, he's not. It was a bait. He's able to get it done. Oh, unfortunately not. It's a 2v1, and just like that, Dominic will
I'm starting to get nervous, Seth. I'm starting to get nervous. 11-12. God Particles has just played 7 match point rounds, 8 match point rounds, and FS has brought it to 11 and 12. And take a look at the buys on the side of God Particles. Now, they should be okay. Ember's got a Spectre, and Shivi's got a Guardian, and Knight Rider is going to make that Blade Storm work for him. In fact, he's going to go in for a Guardian as well, just for good measure. FS Esports, their economy looks so healthy, they can buy a house right now. Honestly.
And FS delivered, man. They really do. Like, this team made it happen single-handedly. This team has performed exceptionally well.
And 2 ops in the hands of FS Esports. Seth, Cactus as well as Cortez have got ops in their hands. And in fact, Cortez has a couple of guns, so he's just switched out to a Vandal now. But he's also purchased the op.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cortez is very good with the Vandal.
And look at this move. Look at this move from God Particles now, pushing out into A main. Now this is what I've seen them do in B main as well, so well. Just getting out there, taking control, trying to get a pick or 2. They don't find anybody there. There's no presence, so they decide to fall back now. And looks like God Particles does feel like this might be a B-sided push, and just as I say that, Scar God will go down. Now this is a big pick, and when your top fragger goes down at the start of the round,
that's pretty sad.
Headshot here will put down the ultimate, and take a look at this fake from FS Esports. Two ultimates committed on A side, but they're going to be pushing B, and guess what? No one's home. This is a free site. As
and
FS
Emperor's Divide is incredibly scary right now.
It's amazing, and Logista's position. Now Cortez is on his Empress. Cortez is on his Empress. Kohli gets another. Shivi goes down. Ember will pick off Kohli. Logista will get a pick on a headshot, but Cortez will trade him out. It's down to just the last player. It is down to just Knight Rider. He gets the pick onto Cortez.
Knight Rider gets a beautiful pick.
Can he do this? Ooh, down to 31 HP now. He needs to be careful. He's not checked his right corner. He's not checked his right corner.
Oh, he sees the gun! He sees the gun! I saw the gun barrel. Why did he not? Oh, that is unfortunate. And they have now gone into overtime.
Folks, this is our first overtime of this tournament. And what a way for us to witness this. 12-2. Seth, I still can't believe that scoreline. Was it 12-2?
1 second, peeps.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. They won one round. It was 11-2. They won one round, which made it like 12-3 or 12-4. And then they just pulled through. They just went 8 back-to-back rounds.
About there.
And there's a poll in the chat, Seth. about who's going to grab the last semi-final spot between these two teams. And our viewers apparently think it's going to be God Particles. 57% of our viewers.
God Particles, really? I mean, if they are able to defend as well as they attack, perhaps. It is very tricky right now.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Crossfire in the chat for a second? My man called it about 10 rounds ago. So,
Yeah.
props to you, man.
Sure. Dude is a prophet, bro.
Dude is a prophet.
Like, even in my wildest dreams, I would never have imagined it like that.
Honestly, I was ready to go to Haven. I thought God Particles
Yeah.
had this in the bag.
Oh, both teams playing it so carefully. The Odin was from the Koli. I don't think that's a great choice, but I mean, he gets a few dinks onto Logista. So if it works, it works.
Cortez gets the first pick, and once again is that man Scar God going down. Ember gets the trade onto him though, and that's good. Knight Rider just outside of A, flirting with the idea of making this peak. Dominic is watching though, and Dominic has been good tonight.
Cactus is watching as well, and Logista might be caught in the crossfire. Yup, he does get caught in the crossfire as Shivi takes down Cactus. And just like that, it is a 3-for-2 advantage to FS as God Particles might be crumbling under the pressure right now.
It's a 2 versus 3. Shivi's in an interesting position. Ember will take down Dominic. Shivi will take down Headshot, and now it is down to just the last player. It's gonna be Kohli. He's on a 150 HP though. He's got an Odin in his hands. He gets the pick onto Shivi. Ooh.
A little too hurried.
Switching sides.
And you have to imagine that for a second there, FS had that round. If only was Kohli a bit too hasty there?
He was very hasty. I
Yeah.
think he threw the shock dart, and I think he thought that the shock dart didn't connect. I think it did not. It slightly missed. I think it slightly missed Ember, and then he made a move to come into the site, which was very scary. Like dropping down like that willy-nilly without even knowing if someone's in heaven is a little tricky. I think he should have just gotten the kill, kind of watched angles again, and waited for them to make the move.
Mysteria in the chat. Mysteria in the chat's like, no, we take our votes back. It's going to be FS.
Very funny.
Well, they could
take
potentially
it back.
change the vote. No
Change your
backsies.
vote.
No backsies.
Don't be a bandwagon fan.
Now, once again, God Particles on match point. It's a familiar feeling for them now because they played like 13 rounds on match point.
No joke, yeah. Dominic has been a very big nuisance for them, but he is always able to be like the great equalizer in these rounds. But we'll see what Knight Rider can do with that off. And let's see if this team is able to bring it back.
Now,
It is a
Astra's
scary thing indeed.
Logista's turret there getting pulled in by Astra's gravitational pull.
Placing swamp grenade.
Looks like FS wants to commit to this B site. Now, Cactus
Oh, yup.
30 seconds left.
in a very interesting position. Take a look at where Cactus is.
Ember gets a beautiful kill on the edge shot.
Yeah, but Shivi's still in the base, and Cactus gets one on Knight Rider now.
Gets Knight Rider, yeah, nice. Logista gets it on Dominic. Logista gets another one as Cactus gets another one. It's a 1 versus 2. A very heavily favored.
This might just be the GG set. This might just be the GG, and folks, it looks like it is going to be the GG set. And we're going to go back to the caster screen just now. But Seth, any immediate thoughts from you on that?
I mean, that game, FS needs to hold their head high, dude. They did it. They did the impossible, and I think they should be proud. There's nothing that happened in that game that they should not be proud about. They literally pulled it from a lost game. People give up. People go and say, hey, let's just move on. But I was wrong. They kept their cool, and this is a team that deserves that recognition. They kept their cool. They were able to perform really, really well. So, give credit where credit's due. They did exceptionally well.
I agree. I mean, you've got to be disappointed as an FS fan for sure.
Yeah.
But that
I
comeback.
I don't know if I would be disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, as much as the result can be disappointing, that comeback, God Particles, who comes out on top. There's some nice banter in the chat about how the players need a week's break instead of 10 minutes between the two maps, folks. But that's not the case. Speaking of a break, we are going to be taking a quick break. We'll be back really, really soon with the next map. It is going to be Haven. Folks, if you're just joining, this is the quarterfinals, the last quarterfinals, and these two teams are fighting for that final fourth semi-final spot. So far, Weird Esports, Reckoning Esports, and True Rippers have already confirmed their slots in that semi-final, and it's going to be one of these two teams who's going to be joining them in the semi-finals. So that fun action awaits. We're going to go to Haven next. It sounds like a lot of fun, but we're going to take a quick break and come back, so don't go anywhere. I don't know if Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Well,
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay, listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past, right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? We know who Shreya is. Okay, you're the 100 ping monster from Australia. That's what people call you. Okay?
I've been playing Valorant since the beta days, had a lot of experience in CSGO as well. Played that semi-professionally in India as well as in Australia.
Next question. Any thoughts on Chamber?
I think Chamber is going to be very interesting for the crackhead sentinel aimers like myself. I think that playing Killjoy, playing Cypher has been a little bit done.
What would you say is your message to these kids, like these aspiring young kids in the scene who want to make it big in esports?
And I get it. I know that school sucks. I know that parents are annoying.
Alright folks, welcome back. We have witnessed quite a first game. Seth, any thoughts on that game? I mean, overall, what did we just see?
I mean, look, I just heard from you before we started the stream that FS are known as the clutch lords in this tournament. So, I mean, we saw absolute clutch. Like they were able to pull it back, but God Particle just had that little bit of an edge. And I do want to give credit to FS where it's due, because this team was still able to make it neck and neck. They were able to show this team that they shouldn't be counted out. I think Haven would be a very incredible map to see both of these teams perform, because the one thing I did notice about FS and about God Particles is that God Particles might be aggressive, but FS can not only defend with Dominic, like making those clutch picks and like taking 3 people out, they can actually bring it back while being aggressive as well. To me, FS seemed like a really well-rounded team, but God Particles do significantly have a momentum advantage when they went in.
Right.
So it's just a matter of, will they be able to still pull through on a map like Haven, where it is a little easier to defend compared to Ascent, you know, because Ascent has all these boxes and all these containers that you have to check. Haven's very clear cut, very standard, very straightforward. You look at one angle, you can see a couple spots. So I'm just curious if this is a consistent play, or if it's just, you know, a luck of the draw that God Particle's just able to pull through.
Right. I mean, I'll say a couple of things about that. So yeah, the statistic you're referring to, there was a round of 16 match, folks, between FS Esports and Optimistic Esports, and FS was actually on the bad side of the scoreline. The scoreline was 11-1 at halftime, and FS actually did a comeback from 11-1 to win 16-14 on that particular map, and of course went on to win that match, and that's why they're here today. But what that does tell me is that FS, their comeback potential is huge, right? So you can never really count them out. They did come up short in Ascent, just a little bit in overtime, but I think that comeback, that fight that they showed, I think it was something encouraging for them as a team, and I think they should take the positives from that. But I will also say this: I think they need to hit the ground running. You know what I mean? When the match starts, I think they just need to be like, hey, we need to turn on now, rather than when we're like 10 rounds behind. And on the side of God Particles, and I think that's just where God Particles has just been a little bit better. They get off the mark real quick. You know what I'm saying? They're off the mark like that, and they get round after round. They win the pistols. They win the next rounds. They play the bonus as well. And I think that's where God Particles has just been a little bit better than this team. But having said that, you have to also ask God Particles if they perhaps lost that concentration just a little bit, to let 11 rounds go, you know, before you finally.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
You know, stop playing with your food, guys. Just eat it.
They really were, but I also think that it was not a purposeful thing. I think it was more of a the team was good, man. Like FS really pulled through, and they were just doing really, really exceptionally well, and it was scary. It was really scary to watch them kind of run away with a round that God Particles had a huge momentum in. But hey, nonetheless, they were able to still make it.
Agreed. And the next map, folks, is going to be Haven. And I heard what you said about Haven, and here's what I think. I think Haven's probably, along with Icebox, one of the most attacker-friendly maps in this game. All right, and I'll say it's debatable. It's debatable. But what I would point out is that just by way of having 3 sites, right? Haven has 3 sites. It gives the attacking team so many more options. I guess the possibilities for those plays are so much higher than usual, and so I would just give the team that's attacking first a slight edge, because they can kind of, you know, take the momentum with them. And momentum, how big is that word set tonight? We saw the momentum shift from Team God Particles for the first half of that first map, and then switches all the way to FS Esports with 11 rounds back to back. It's all about momentum, folks, and I think it's really I think attacking team does have the ability to sort of swing that momentum in their way. And if God Particles can do just that, like how they did in the first map, I would say they're in a very, very good position to win this map. Going back to our poll, Seth, the chat is divided. There's both fans in the chat, but it's 58% to God Particles right now and 42% to FS Esports. Would you agree with that?
Did they just change it to 50-50? I thought it was all God Particle favored.
It's still 58% to God Particles.
Okay. Very aggressive. And they're going attack first round. So if they're able to win, what is it, 12 rounds back to back?
No, yeah,
Maybe.
exactly. And here's something else. Seth, that we talked about just before. These are the stats for God Particles on. These are the best maps that they play, right? And Haven's on there, and they've got a win percentage of 65% on Haven. And the key stat there for us is the attack win percentage. They have a 58% win on attack rounds in Haven. And even tonight, Seth, they're gonna be attacking first. So there's definitely the opportunity for them to sort of run away with the game once again, like how they did on Ascent, and show that momentum.
I really think so. I think if God Particles is able to get a beautiful kill, like momentum going, and able to maintain that momentum, I think they would be doing really, really good going into the defensive side. We've seen them. I think they won because they were attacking, and it was an unfortunate set of events to know that like their defense is a little weak. But I think now that FS knows that, their coach has that ability, I think he might be able to reinforce their team a little bit better so that they're able to win not only the aggressive fights because they already are, but also bolster themselves defensively to not let God Particles kind of run away with it. And with that aspect, they might be able to become that whole rounded team and not have to completely clutch it. And if they do, we've seen it that they are able to do it. So they're a team, in my opinion, that is better all rounded. But Guard Particles has been giving us the better results. So we'll just have to find out.
I agree. I'm going to walk us through this agent select real quick. Said this excites me. Cactus is going to be on the Jet, no doubts about it. Cortez switching over to the Breach. An interesting agent for Haven. I'm a big fan personally. Dominic is going to be on the Astra. Man, that man was looking really sharp in the first few rounds of that last map.
Dominic single-handedly defended that site with his sheriff. That man
So many
was
rounds.
crazy
So
good.
many
Yeah,
rounds, yeah.
he was crazy good. And yeah, like I said, Team FS is now switching to less fraggers and more initiators. I really like the Breach pick. He really slows down the enemy team. I actually do not appreciate the Cypher pick coming up from God Particle since attacking was kind of their main sweet spot. And so kind of looks like they're playing with one of their fingers tied back. Not that bad, but still a little sketch.
For sure. And Edshot is going to be on the Killjoy for FS Esports. I think he played really well too. Kohli once again on the Sova, no surprises there whatsoever. But I'm very, very interested to take a look at the God Particles agent comp right here. So they got one duelist, no difference there, the same as FS Esports. They've gone with one Sentinel in Cypher, as you rightly pointed out. And Cypher, honestly, Seth, man, positions like Garage, defending, I think Cypher does a brilliant job of holding those down. And I guess it's just also the learning curve with an agent when you get really good with it. I guess they can just make it work on different maps. So I mean, if Logista's feeling confident about Cypher, I like to wait and see what he's going to show us. But Skaga is going to be on the Sky, Ember once again on the Astra, Shiva once again on the Sova, and Knight Rider once again on the Jet. Both teams going for dual initiator compositions, and that is interesting, and that speaks a lot about the kind of map that Haven is. Chibi will get the opening pick here, winning the gunfight against Kohli, and he had a Frenzy. So that classic coming out on top of the Frenzy pick. The first pick has gone down here for FS.
God Particles, again, like there's a reason why they're an attacking team. I strongly stand by my words because they are an attacking team. They always significantly do better on attacking side. And yeah, God Particles just is unparalleled to any team I've seen attacking because they're so comfortable doing it and building that momentum from the ground up, making a team consistently guess and second guess their movement. But I also know that once FS kind of get a grip on life, they're really, really, really a scary team to look forward to. They're really, really good, and you should not be underestimating their talents whatsoever.
I agree. And now, even though they got that first
30
pick, God
seconds
Particles
left.
has been so careful about making this push onto this side. Now they are aware of Cortez's position. Knight Rider will dash in. Scargod gets the trade for that. Edge shot gets a pick on Logista. Scargod gets a second as Cactus goes down. And now the plan's going to go down. Edge shot along with Dominic will have to navigate this retake. They still both are on full HP. And I can't say the same for the players of God Particles. A couple of their players seem really, really low on HP, especially Scargod. And Shivi, in fact, 25 HP on him. So a 2 versus 3 situation. You have to back Team FS here.
Yeah, but the health bars are more advantages towards.
Shivi
Never
gets a
mind.
pick.
That's a
This-
3 versus 1 now.
This Astra utility is so difficult to cope with, and now that will that recon is
he
going to
looked
be
that. Yeah, shot that because he knew that man was gonna look down and they'll have that. I really like when they do stuff like that. They throw out their utility that they know that the enemy is gonna be distracted by or shoot, and they instantly swing. There's no hesitation in the team, and that is one scary team that works like that.
First round on the board, God Particles getting off the mark, and Seth, this is exactly what I was talking about FS Esports. They cannot afford to have that starting trouble. We need to see them fight back. They don't want to let too many rounds go before they wake up again in Haven, like how they did on Ascent, and I'm honestly looking forward to seeing a fight from them. There's going to be a full eco from them. Cactus going for that Sheriff, and Cody does have Ooh, Cactus gets taken down. Corey does have a frenzy, but on the side of God Particles, it's going to be a full buy once again. And now Knight Rider in a very advanced position. He takes a look at Cortez, and if he gets flashed, Kohli might just be in a good position taking down.
Yeah, there comes the Trailblazer. Die.
Yikes.
Our god over here. Getting sight for his map. Knight Rider gets a beautiful pick onto it. They've already infiltrated sight. Hey, this is what I was telling you about. Team God Particles is such an aggressive team that they just don't give the enemy any breathing room whatsoever. They just instantly go in, get the stuff planted, and they protect it. And I really like teams like this because they're surgical. And just like that, 4 people have fallen right now.
Flawless.
Make that
It's a
5.
flawless round.
Make that 5 set, and a flawless round in the bag for God Particles. I mean, a full buy from them, so I'm not too surprised by it. Or FS doesn't have to be too worried about that particular round. But yeah, this next one, a full buy. So the investment on the side of FS is big. 5 Vandals. What can they show us here now? If if God Particles can get away with another round, or even with just more than 2 or 3 picks, I think they've done brilliantly. And this is the quote unquote bonus that we talked about, Seth, and we talk about so often.
Yeah, no, Scar got over here with that Trailblazer. That was excellent. Like I told you, this team is a team that throws utilities out so that people would not shoot them and instantly swing. I really, really like teams like that. Because when they're busy and distracted shooting stuff like that. Oh no, Cactus is going to get a beautiful kill over here. He does not. Cactus actually runs away as Kohli is able to finish off the kill on the Scar God. Very well done. I think they're starting to get a read onto the players over here, as the Firebolt will catch 2 people, but not quite there yet. 2 people down on the side of God Particles, and the FS are closing ranks. Whoa,
Cortez
there you
gets
go.
a pick.
Cortez with a beautiful bang, yeah. Ball bangs, man. That feels so satisfying to get a kill like that too.
Shivi's there to get the
He
trade
gets a
though.
headshot. Yeah, yeah.
FS in control
It's
of this
sad
round though, you
because-
have to say.
30
Yeah,
seconds left.
FS does have control of the round. I will say that I do miss Cortez on like a fragger, but man, if he's performing consistently, I would much rather have him on an initiator because he is someone who likes making plays.
Now Ember's managed to pick up a Vandal and he's got 150 HP on him. Now he's got a lot of responsibility here because Shivi's gonna get taken down. He's on 10 HP.
Last player
And there you
standing.
go.
Yeah, somebody should breathe on him. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of sad.
Ember gets 1.
Amber gets tagged pretty brutally, and that'll be the round, boy.
Defuse the spike. Thanks.
I'll let Edshot take it so he get a couple notches for his Killjoy ultimate.
And we talked about how this round was important for FS eSports, and I think they've come here, showed up, and they're showing the quality, they're showing the consistency that they have, and pulling back that round. It's good to see this because the last thing they want to see is God Particles running away with the first half of this map again, just like they did in Ascent. And so with that, a momentum shift, perhaps a momentum break. God Particles now will be a bit more measured in the next particular push because they are coming in with a full buy, 4 Phantoms and a Vandal, so the investment's heavy on their side, and FS is going to continue with those 4 Vandals, and they picked up a Spectre for Kohli. So this round is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, for sure. A very tricky match indeed. But yep, there you go. FS Cactus instantly takes out Knight Rider. Taking off the fragger, I think, is very, very key because of the fact that like it really stops that giant push from. Oh my goodness, FS over here taking names left and right.
It's a cleanup.
This team
It's
has
a cleanup.
No mercy, yeah. It's a flawless round. I don't think anyone was even tagged.
It was truly
if
flawless.
FS keeps this up, if FS keeps this up, I am very worried about God Particle.
For sure. We talked about
just DC'd.
and we talked about that keyword, Seth, bringing that back, momentum.
Beat them back.
that was kind of a very scary round. I think God Particles kind of felt that.
It is. It is. The score line now at 2-2. Seth, a quick look at the scoreboard. Cactus is on 4-2. He's been good with that good early pick on Night Rider in that last round. Headshot is on 3-2 as well. Not too bad himself. Dominic yet to get off the mark, but I'm confident that he'll be able to do that pretty soon. On the side of God Particles, Shivy is on 4-2. Had a good start to this match. Scar God on the Sky. I'm excited to see him play. Excited to see him on that Agent 3-2 himself. It looks like it might be an eco buy though coming in from them on this particular round, and it's going to be interesting to see how they set themselves up now. An eco round on Haven. I guess a lot of attacking teams would just favor to just wait for those picks and try to get those easy early kills, maybe pick up a couple of Vandals and take it from there. Scar God is just one ult away from that ultimate, and the Sky ultimate set is so useful in a map like Haven because it does give you almost all the information about the whereabouts of the enemies, and it helps a lot in decision making for the attackers. And I think God Particles might just be banking on that one for this particular round, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, a truly unfortunate round, but a beautiful round for FS indeed. This team was heavily hitting a round like that. They have even the odds, and I would love to see them do the same when they attack and have that consistency. Really appreciated how aggressive the enemy team was, but man, FS like shut it down. Just absolutely shut it down.
Triggered.
I've got your trail.
Any angle.
There you go again. God Particles with a brilliant push, but is only able to get one person out. But God Particles over here gets two instead. FS now in a deficit as they're scrambling about trying to get these kills quickly. Coley shooting blindly in the smoke, giving details of his whereabouts as Logista is hiding behind that box, getting dinked just a little bit. The dart was gonna come out. Will he be able to spot one? No, Logista with his sticky and quick fingers. Oh, Logista gets tagged a lot. He is taking a lot of damage over there. And there you go, Logista will get revenge on Nicole for dealing so much damage. Cortez with a 3 kill, maybe had even the odds with Scar God, proving to us once again he may not be on a fragger, but he is definitely good with that Phantom. Beautiful round in the bucket of God Particles. We have a game in our hands, folks. This might just very well go to game 3.
Cortez was starting to do something extraordinary there, Seth, and Scar God just had to stop him in his tracks and be like, no, we're going to take this round. Maybe next time. But with that 3-2 on the scoreboard, God Particles once again looking like they're the same confident selves like they did on Ascent.
Oh, this is a very tricky game indeed. God Particles and FS both look so good. God Particles with the aggression, but FS with the calmness and the ability to slow down the pace of the game. Such a great talent indeed, and it would be sad to see either of these teams leave, but may the best team win. And right now, God Particles over here trying to prove to the enemy team that they're not just to be discounted out, as Coley gets a beautiful kill onto Scar God, taking away one of the team's motivational backbones, if I might say. Coley looking at it from heaven, trying to find a nice angle, will throw the dart out as the team scrambled, and God Particles tries to go to either B or C, knowing that the game is too hot to enter.
Headshot doing well there to get the pick onto Logista, but FS eSports here, after using the Hunter's Fury, still have 3 more ultimates in the bag. So even if God Particles do get the plant down here, that breached Rolling Thunder can be extremely dangerous.
I think Shimmy might be able to get something done. He does see
Night
the arrow,
Rider,
and
did
Night
he
Rider
just
drops
do that?
down.
A second
Wow,
pick.
Shimmy gets another kill. And he gets it. Shimmy gets another kill on the Cactus. He's still 150 HP. The man can still make things happen. Only the Jet
Spike
is struggling
planted.
a little bit. Knight Rider doesn't peek. Knight Rider peeks and kills. The man is insane. He has ice in
Hang
his
on,
hand.
Dominic! He did it!
Oh my god!
Oh my
Dominic.
goodness! I was just gonna talk about how God Particles did so well there, but Dominic, obviously he didn't get the memo because he's just come in and clutched this round.
Op is out. Op is now in the hands of Dominic, who is gonna probably give it to Cactus. And there you go. There's the trade-off. That is not a good sign for God Particles.
I thought that would. I mean, especially when they picked off Cortez and when they picked off Cactus, and with Cortez going down, the Rolling Thunder was out of the chance. There was not an option anymore for them. And I thought God Particles had it in them. 1 versus 3. Dominic,
Dude, that was big upset. Big upset.
he had a different idea about how that round should end.
Oh,
Wow,
what a game.
this is going to be a close one, Seth. I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can sense it. Ooh, Kohli, not like that. He gets a pick, but hang on. Scargod and Knight Rider already on A side. Kohli's so confused about that. How did that even happen? And God Particles have taken full control of the site once again. Cactus with the operator. And that clutch man, Dominic, is still alive as well. They know his position because of the neural theft from Cypher.
Yeah, Dominic may not have the element of surprise at his advantage this time, but that doesn't mean the man will not be performing today. He has shown us from last time and consecutively time and time again that the man has it inside of him. And the only thing stopping him is that neural theft. I think if he rolls around, tries to move around a little bit and try to approach it from a different angle, he may be able to get that cheeky play again.
I think they're going to go for the save this time around. Cactus wants to save this op, and Dominic is quite happy to save his 150 HP as well. And good choice perhaps, but hang on, this could be expensive. This could be expensive now. Scargod searching for Dominic.
Oh, Scargod. Oh, no. He gets the shield off. Is that... I guess it counts, right?
Even the pros can whiff, Seth. Even the pros can whiff. And Dominic did not want to risk even losing any HP on that armor, just jumping out and not engaging. Well played, a good decision there from him. But now, 4-3 on the scoreboard. God Particles once again taking control. Now, sometimes when you get clutched against and you lose a round that we were so convinced that you're gonna win, it can be disheartening. But God Particles haven't allowed that to dampen their spirits. They've come back. They've shown the same aggression again. They've shown the same intent. They're deliberate. They're deliberate about their moves. And once again, Knight Rider. How is he getting into these positions? He's so advanced in A-shot. He'll pick off Cortez. This is what I'm talking about. How are they giving them so much control on A-shot? FS Esports need to figure this one out.
I mean, even if they get control, FS Esports is still able to retake a site. I don't know if it's something that has to do with just God Particles being that aggressive or FS Esports just kind of giving them that momentum so that they feel that they're comfortable before they reach the site. Yeah, both teams performing out of their complete minds over here. Doing exceptionally well. Headshot not looking too hot as he gets shot down by Ember, who sees him tagging the tag.
And they don't go for the plant. They wanna go for the kills. They're not going for the plant. They want to search for the next player. And
They're
there
about
you
to send
go.
a message, man. In my opinion, yep, there you go. I was gonna say Scargod should plant because
Look at Kohli's position though. Kohli's position is really good. Scargod will jiggle peek his info. And now he's only got a Spectre in his hands. FS Esports.
We'll see. Yeah, oh, Cactus gets a beautiful shot out to Ember, doing a lot of damage. And now it will be a fight between Knight Rider and Cactus. Let's see who the better Jet is indeed. But he won't be peeking that, and rightfully so, because an op is nothing to be messing around with. Yeah, I think they win. That's Spike.
Yeah, it's going to be a save once again. Kohli, questionable save there because he doesn't have a gun. He's going to be saving a Spectre. So yeah, It's better off for him to
Wait,
just
Coley
die.
died though.
Yeah, because it makes more sense because it's not worth saving a Spectre and you don't get an eco refresh if you don't die. So it makes a lot more sense for him to just... Yeah.
Smart. Man, his big brain.
But Cactus though, he had the op, so it made a total sense to save that gun. 4,700 bucks, and there you go. There you go. A timeout. This is the first timeout we've seen today, Seth. A good time perhaps for FS Esports?
Yeah, no, I really think FS Esports needs that timeout. It's not like they're doing bad. I think it's just a matter of they're doing really, really good, and they need to just kind of find their momentum a little bit more to push themselves a little forward. They're doing great. They're really doing great. If they're defending like this, imagine what will happen when they start attacking. Not really counting on the defense of Team God Particles, because it is scary. And we've seen before, even with a huge momentum, they really dropped the ball over there. So let's just see what happens. My money is on FS. I know that the chat is all about God Particles, but I'm just going to be honest. FS looks like a really well-rounded team. They're a team that has... If you have a clutch potential like that, that means you're like raw talent with very aggressive planning and strategy. So my money is on FS, man.
You want to know what the chat thinks?
What?
The poll in the chat's now 70% towards God Particles.
Crucify me. I'm just saying, man. They're a really well-rounded team, and God Particles might be doing good, but I think FS is the better team.
We'll have to see about that. And God Particles is, good performance from them so far. But like you rightly said, Seth, they put in a good performance in Ascent as well in the first half. And then they just allowed 11 rounds to go past them, which is honestly at this level a little bit questionable. So I really want to see God Particles come back in the second half and put in a good defensive performance as well. But hey, I'm a fan of FS Esports as well. I've seen them play almost every single League Ego tournament. They have been there, and I've seen what a good team they are. I think they've reached the final a couple of times. They won the championship once. So yeah, take nothing away from FS Esports. They're more than capable of winning. They're more than capable of beating a team like God Particles. But like you said, it's really going to come down to who holds their own and who can come out on top and stay consistent for the whole match more than anything else. And once again, that key word, Seth, is momentum.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But it's just a little scary when you see teams like perform like this, where they're just so out of their bounds. With the God Particles pushing in so aggressively, and Team FS kind of waiting it out. This is like the most patient team I've ever seen, honestly. Like, they're just not that scared. They're just doing their level best and trying to keep the enemy away from them, and they're defending so really well against a team that is known or like is so aggressive and just absolutely demolishing them left and right. So yeah, the most even-sided game that I've ever seen in my entire life, but I'm very excited as I get to cast this game because it's like, yeah, these teams are incredible. They're both like championship level material, but unfortunately only one team can go forward, and
exactly.
Maybe the best team wins.
Exactly. You want to take a crack at the scoreline, Seth? Any predictions for us?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say FS 12-10 or 13-10.
Ooh. And what do you think is going to be at halftime?
Halftime, huh? Let's see.
I might go 7-5 to God Particles. That's basically 2 rounds apiece from here because there's 4 rounds left. And so what you're saying is that FS is going to come out all guns blazing in attack. Well, you're not wrong. That's what they did. That's what they did in Ascent. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's gonna be. Oof, I don't know, man. Halftime is such a sketchy thing because I'm always like, I don't even pay attention to halftime. I kind of just pay attention to what the score is, because if you're good at defense, you're usually really good at entering a site and going and slowing the pace of the game. So 5 rounds. Go 10-3. Let's see, 1, 3, 3, 4. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go 9, 3.
I think both these teams have showed up in Haven. Honestly,
I think 7-5.
yeah,
Not 7-5.
That's exactly what I said. 7-5, but I think it's going to be 7-5
Yeah.
God Particles. But you're saying it's going to be 7-5 FS.
7-5 FS.
Ooh, that means they're going to win every round from here on. Next 4 rounds.
Yes.
All right.
I strongly think.
Okay.
that's gonna
I
happen.
see you.
Watch them just win one round, and I'm just like wrong.
It's possible. I think it's been such a cat and mouse game so far. God Particles shows up for one round, FS fights back the next, and they've just been kind of going back and forth so far. It's just been that kind of game. So just basing off of that pattern, I'm going to say it's going to be 7-5 at halftime to God Particles, which is basically a round apiece from here on till halftime. And I think at the end of the match,
No, for real.
the end of the game, you are saying it's going to be 13-10 to FS. Now, that is a big call. I'm going to say, I'm going to go God Particles with this one. I'm just feeling. I'm just looking at Scargod and Knight Rider. Honestly, those two guys have been so good, and they've been fearless.
Even Cactus.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Cactus with the ops, man.
absolutely. But here's the thing, though. When you're on Haven, right, and let's say Cactus picks up the op, 7 rounds out of 12 in the second half, right? And that's saying that after the first 4 rounds he has an op every single round, and it's a bit unrealistic. But let's say that happens. God Particles just find out where he is and they rotate out of there. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean?
It's true, but
And that's the thing about Haven,
they've been
because
a little aggressive.
right. And that's the thing about Haven. Haven is just one of those maps where there's 3 sides, so the options for the attackers are plenty. It's like a buffet almost, if you know what I mean.
That's true. It's just so tricky to tell with this team. This is the closest I've ever casted any game. There's no clear denominator or clear indication of like this team will win.
I don't know, man, Seth. I think the chat's hearing you, because that poll is now shifted 64 to 36. So FS inching up in that in the chat poll on YouTube.
I mean, for real, like I strongly have faith in Team FS. Like
I've got your trail.
they've been exceptional. They've just had a I think it's the Scar. Like, look at that edge shot, gets a beautiful kill onto Knight Rider, and just like that, their fragger is down. Like, God Particles always significantly hurts more when their fraggers are down.
Spike planted.
I forgot to point this out, Seth, but it's actually an eco round coming in for Team FS. But hang on, how does Cactus have an op? How does Cactus have an op?
Wasn't that from last round where Dominic grabbed
Oh
it?
yeah, he did save. My apologies. So there is an op in play. So this retake is actually possible.
Oh god!
There goes the op.
Ember tags Cactus so hard. And op is down, but Coley is gonna go recover. Oh no, he misses and he gets tagged! FS getting a little too greedy for that op for no reason, and just like that, my prediction is blown to hell.
It is. That's okay. That's fine. I'll let you have another crack at it.
I really did not like that FS went for that op. They just greeded hard for that op. Yeah, that was an NHK, man.
That wasn't an HK.
That was an NHK.
I think they're laughing
both,
because
like-
somebody died in the spike in this spike explosion unexpectedly. But hey, nonetheless, no op now. There's no op now. It is a full buy for both teams. Whoa, what is this aggression from FS Esports outside of B? And very A-sided push once again.
Oh,
Knight Rider
alert from
leading this charge.
Yeah.
Entered A-side already. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. How can he take so much control of A-side? Look at where he is. And Kohli's going to walk in with a knife in his hand. And he gets a follow-up kill on Cortez as well. This man is looking so good tonight, Knight Rider. The spike plant goes down. Cactus gets tagged up. Shivi.
Shivi. Wawa Weewa gets the kill. Beautifully done. Dead shot. Or, yeah, edge shot over here in heaven. Will he be able to make something happen? Both teams kind of know where each of the characters are, but it's a little bit tricky. Edge shot gets the final laugh, though.
He gets one pick, but he's down to 6 HP. The lot is riding on Dominic once again. Make no mistake, he's capable. We know he's capable.
Take out. There you go. Edge shot's down. And Dominic is down and unfortunately will not be able to clutch it for his team. And just like that, God Particles with a 4-win momentum. Maybe right, it might be a 7-5 or a 9-3.
It could be a 9-3 as well because FS don't have the money once again. But I want to talk about Shivy here for a second. This man is looking clinical. I don't think he had the best map in the world on his scent. He didn't have the best match in the world. But take a look at him now. He's on 11-5. It's close to half time. He's looking like one of the best players on the side of God Particles. But Knight Rider, I want to talk about this man. How is FS Esports allowing him to waltz in through a shot? And before they know it, he's already CT. And edge shot.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful.
Nice,
yeah, edge
nice.
shot and trade, yeah. Unfortunately, that Scar Guard had to die, but their fragger is still alive.
I don't know what Kohli did there. He just tagged himself with the shock dart just a little bit. Now, oof.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
Here.
God Particles over here just showing up, dude. I don't know what they ate in that timeout, but their reflexes have been faster. They're just outperforming.
Last player standing.
Cactus getting
There you
taken
go.
down.
Ember gets Cactus, yeah.
It's down to just Kohli, and he's got a stinger in his hands. And that's
I don't think he should go to heaven with heaven with that because that thing is not gonna work out, bro.
Oh.
I may only be iron, but I still know.
57 FFF in the chat is saying 8-4 off 7-5. Honestly, man, at this point, God Particles is looking so good. I'm gonna go 9-3 actually. I think they're gonna go 9-3.
I think they're gonna go 8-4, if anything.
Which means FS needs to win this next round. And Kohli quite happy to just die to the spike explosion. They will have a full buy. So Seth, you might be right about that because the FS is going to be coming in with a full buy this round. Can they afford an op? No, they cannot. No, they cannot. But Knight Rider can.
Probably for the best.
Right.
I saw what happened with the op, and it was a big let's over here. Very, very sad to watch. It was just a disheartening round to just see them all run after the op and Ember get 3 kills on the header.
FS needs to pull this round back. Let's be honest. FS needs to win this round.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. Unless they are thinking about clutching it again, but man, I don't know how you operate on that kind of stress.
I know exactly where you
I'm already constipated.
Logista
Like,
gets
how
a
are
good
you doing
pick
this
and he
FS?
uses the neural theft as well.
Yeah, there you go. And just like that, they find FS. They're gonna tag him with a hunter, and he gets tagged once. Gets tagged twice. And there you go. They know where he is. And Logista gets a nice kill on the Kohli.
Kohli was
Get a nice wallbang. Yeah. They know that headshot is in there.
Headshot is like 1 HP, 6 HP right now. He's running for his life. And FS need to somehow...
sneeze on him.
Yeah, and they need to get some trades. They need to get some trades fast. Headshot needs to stay alive because he has the lockdown. Cortez has the Rolling Thunder. Honestly, this Rolling Thunder has not been used even once this entire half.
If I was Headshot, I would not use that. This is the worst round to use.
Well, it's the last round though, Seth. It's the last round.
Oh, it's the last round? Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They need
This
to
is it.
pull out all the stops for this one. Cortez needs to hit that Rolling Thunder and make it connect with at least 2 or 3 players.
Lockdown was destroyed
What?
by Cortez, the animal. He took a lot of damage. Rolling Thunder is gonna come out, but not quite. And he got over here, and yep, he gets tagged. And Dominic
Is that man again?
able to do it.
Is that man again, Seth?
It's that time of the year again.
And Knight Rider's gone all the way to a shot. Oh, Dominic, you need to look back, bro.
Dominic, you need to look back. Yep, don't keep your eyes away from the Empress.
Gets one.
Oh, Dominic!
There's no time. So he's gonna lose the round. But Dominic once again doing so well there. There was just not enough time, and God Particles played that to perfection in the end. Night Rider will survive with the AWP. But at halftime, Seth, the scoreline is 9-3. Now, folks, FS fans in the chat, if you guys are watching this right now and thinking, oh, GG, we've lost this game. No, these guys were 11-1 on Ascent, okay? And we went to overtime from there. So, this
I
team,
was there.
you can never write FS Esports off.
Hello, YouTube. I was there.
Here.
I saw that. That was scary. I'm shaking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like these people are like majorly constipated. You can't be that good and not constipated. I'm being very honest. Like the last time I tried to clutch a Rainbow Six Siege round, I yelled really loud because my heart was beating so hard. So just letting you know.
No,
We're
FS.
covering their medical bill. Yeah.
FS looks like they know what they're doing. FS looks like they know what they
100%.
want. They want to go in for this B push, which is completely empty right now, except for a few Cypher traps. There's some Astra utility there. Now, it's going to be a plant and dash, I think. Ooh, Scargod will take down Cactus through the smoke, but Dominic will get the trade. And now, the plant's going to go down. Night Rider gets another pick. Couple of players in B window already.
I'm telling you, bro.
Ooh,
this
Shivy!
is not looking good because Shivy and Knight Rider are lurking hardcore. They're about to enter the site and they have defended this successfully. The funny thing about this entire procedure of events is the fact that
Go, what?
okay, well, never mind. Coley gets a 4 kill.
What?
I'm gonna hold my
Oh
thought.
my god, Kohli. Did that just happen? Oh my gosh. Did he just spam
Kohli-
that ghost
Kohli
and get
just
himself 4
Damn
kills?
his ghost.
Oh my word.
Not looking good. This is not looking good. Man, I almost because the funny thing is that God Particles turned it around and played it like an attacker side. They lurked and they switched spots for a second.
They did.
This was just very, very scary. Yeah.
Night Rider forced to fall back as he gets revealed. Shivi's in a tough spot. Can he get a pick? Cactus will take down Night Rider. Cactus take down Shivi. Cactus takes down Scargod. He's gonna go for the 4th as well. He is in CT. Very, very deep. He finally gets taken down as Logista gets a nice classic right click on him. Can he take another? Ooh, he thinks Kohli, I think. It's too much firepower there. Too much firepower. FS. FS now registering a 5th round for themselves. 9-5 on the scoreboard. Are you feeling this, Seth? This feels a lot like Ascent again.
Yeah, like I told you this before. FS are a better, well-rounded team. They yes, okay, for sure. God Particles did not completely run with it. God Particles won the first half, but like it's just a matter of this team is a well-rounded team. This team did not let them completely run away with it. They still had 4 rounds in the bag. And I'm just telling you, man, this team is a better team when put together. And they have
Cactus gets a second.
There you go, Cactus.
Oh my god, that was a snappy headshot onto Night Rider. Cactus is looking so strong. He's looking dangerous. Shivi, just gotta be careful here. Oh,
like a Reno.
The timing. The timing for Cactus just not on there, and Shivi will get the trade. Now Logista moving in towards this A side is Shivi.
He was blind and he still got the shot.
Oh my god, this man!
Down A.
This man needs to be stopped.
Particles have brought it back. Oh,
This man is
he's
disgusting.
Not pointing in the right direction. No, he's not pointing in the right direction. It's
But
just like that.
I think he's done his job for the team. 4 kills.
He did a job very well.
This man's popping off set 17 and 9, and we're just about over half time. This man is looking so good. Night Rider once again 12 and 9. I thought Cactus was off to a flyer in that last round. I thought he was going to finish off everybody in his path, but Shivi was there to stop him and then picked up 3 other kills to turn the tide in the favor for God Particles, and now 10-5 on the scoreboard. The chat saying the 9-3 curse has begun. I don't know about that, man. Seth. I'm telling you, I still feel that God Particles might
has a momentum advantage for sure, but FS has clutch potential. They're
agreed.
gaming warlords who can come back. and we've seen them come back. Knight Rider gets a beautiful kill on the FS Cactus though, so that's kind of disheartening as I say that.
Yeah.
Logista gets another kill on Nicoli. The man who clutched it for the last round will not be alive to see this one through. But no, like I said, this might just be a God Particles win, man. Like, for sure, a good team. But if I'm being completely honest, FS had it in them. There's no chance that they did not.
There's no doubt about that. I agree. But it's just about the making the right decisions from here on, I guess. 5-10. What are you telling yourself now? At 5-10, you got maybe play for the picks because the momentum doesn't seem to be working in your favor. And Ember gets another pick. FS down to their last two players. Dominic is so low on HP. My apologies. Cortez is so low on HP.
Last player standing. Spike down mid. 30 seconds
Dominic.
left.
Yep, there you go, Dominic. This man just does not sleep. The man is a absolute behemoth. But unfortunately, he does get taken out by a bulldog of all guns. Rather sad, but give where credit is due. The man did his job. Really, really good plays. And now a weird round for Team FS with scattered buys. Will they go for full buys? Yeah, half shields and rifle.
I don't know if FS has a choice at this point, man. 5-11, you're 2 rounds away from losing this tournament and being knocked out at the quarterfinals, and God Particles have once again come out here and looked so strong.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's honestly very sad. It's very, very sad to see a team of this high caliber who can clutch this high kind of be voted out. But I'm still I'm still holding my cards close to my chest. No, anything can happen right now.
Take a look at Knight Rider. Take a look at where Knight Rider is right now. Can he make it count?
On that bob. Oh no, he bamboozled them. Oh no, now they're switch spots. Cactus is now on the spot where Knight Rider was. He does get it. Knight Rider, you monster. Well, the enter. Dominic is gonna get spotted, but no, Dominic is the first one to spot Knight Rider and instantly kills his winning streak. They know where he is. Shivy just needs to get a couple tags, and just like that, Scar God is down. They know where Shivy is. Shivy needs to get that shock dart in.
Ooh, gets a kill and oh my god, this
They are
Shivy.
just switching sides.
Ember
back
gets
and
that pick.
forth.
Seth, we're looking at match point, Seth. This is going to be match point, and this scoreline looks all too familiar. 12-5.
Wow. Wow. God Particles is gonna make it, man.
Match point.
That was right. Or are they?
Where are they?
Is this where the clutch climb starts?
I mean, ever since this map has begun, though, the poll in the chat is now showing 62% to God Particles and 38% to FS. So they
I put faith in chat, dude.
yeah, I mean,
I put the F in chat. What's up? I mean, yeah, I hope it's not a pay F for respects for FS esports, but I really hope not.
and there you go. Look at this.
my
Look
God.
at this. Look at what
Oh my
God Particles are
God,
doing.
what are they doing? They
don't
have
care.
families, man.
They are destroying FS Esports, coming out into mid, and take a look at this. Cortez using his ultimate to stop this tide. It may not be enough because it is a flawless run, and Shivy
Wow.
with that right click in the end. What have we
How
just
fast was
witnessed?
that? That was a 20-second round.
Oh my god, Seth. I mean, I'm just going to switch back to the caster desk real quick for us, but God Particles, they didn't make the same mistake again. I think, let's be fair to them. This time when they reached match point, they were like, hey, let's finish this off, okay? We're not gonna let these guys come back all the way. But the way they did it in that last round, though, can we talk about that for a second? They have no fear. Scargod, Knight Rider, I mean, jumping out of B main and going through the team of FS Esports like it's not even a joke. I mean, well played.
Bro, he ran it. They were like, I got nothing to lose, bro. He full max pained it.
I like what you said.
What the heck?
They have families, but he showed no regard.
That man, yeah, that man needs to be pizza party, bro.
Pizza party.
Pizza party.
I mean,
God needs to be given a pizza party.
looking at the scoreboard though, the standout player today, how many times did we see some insane stuff from this man? Shivy, 21 and 9.
Yeah, I think he got 2 quadras the two games, if I'm not wrong. He was like, oh man, his shock darts were on point, his tags were on point. Is there something this man cannot do? I don't know.
Well,
He was really good.
Well, if there is, then someone needs to tell us, because today on Haven, this man was unstoppable. Easily,
No, for sure.
Easily the match MVP tonight for me, Seth.
Oh, 100%. Like, he just showed up. And Shivy, man. Shivy and Knight Rider, too. Like, Knight Rider, Shivy, and Scrap God. The three people that I kept my eyes on. Scrap God was so good. Like, even when he was not on the fragger on Sky, Scrap God.
Oh, you mean
wow.
Scar God? Oh, yeah. Scar
Oh,
God.
sorry. Yeah, Scar God. My God. My bad. Scar God was so good with any play. Like, he was with the Rays in the round 1 really good. The Sky with the round 2 really good. Every time he died, I could feel God Particles, like... He was like their strength and their kryptonite when he died. And man, what a beautiful play. Like, yeah, again, God Particles, well-deserved victory. As we saw from that last aggression, I think once they understood how Team FS was working, they were ready.
Agreed. And I want to talk about Knight Rider also. How many times did we see him walk into A site from A shot and no one was watching? How could FS allow that to happen so many times? And he ended up getting a pick on A side and then comes around A long and gets the player who was holding A long as well. And that was just, for me, it was a rookie mistake to make. They should have had Knight Rider covered way better than... I mean, you know what he's capable of. He's going to rip you guys apart if you let him in. So you got to take care of that.
Ruthless, man.
And he was ruthless.
Last one, Dominic.
Yeah, that was my next thing as well.
Yeah.
Dominic,
Deadly,
man.
no.
That man. I mean, that clutch on A site in this map. Yikes. I mean, God Particles had fear in their hearts for a minute when that happened, for sure.
That man single-handedly saved it. A 13-0. I am not even kidding. If it was not for Dominic, yeah, this boat would have gone down faster than the Titanic.
I have to agree, man. I have to agree. I mean, Dominic is a new player in the FS lineup, so it's a roster change. So I guess that's a roster change that's worked well for them. I think he's a standout player for in both the maps. I felt he was probably the standout player. Cortez on the breach, I didn't think he was bad, but I just felt I'm not sure what it just didn't work out for him though. 18-16, he wasn't his usual self. I thought he was a far more deadlier player on the Reyna in Ascent is what I felt. Like you said as well, you hate to see a player move from a duelist into an initiator role, but again, it's all about this map, man. Haven, people really do enjoy that 2 initiator meta, and that's what both teams went for in the end. But honestly, it was just the way God Particles played in the end. We talked about FS having starting trouble. Was it 9-3 at halftime? There was no stopping them from there on. They just steamrolled.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be a broken record about this, but like FS could have won that. I know for a fact. The only issue was the momentum. When you build it that high, it's just math after that.
Yeah.
Like it's pure math.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's tricky. And yes, we saw them do an incredible comeback. Could they have won that? Absolutely. But very tricky, man. Very, very tricky.
Well, that was an entertaining match nonetheless, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as Seth and me enjoyed casting it. It was a lot of fun for us to cast it. What this does mean, folks, is that we have our final 4 semi-finalists confirmed. It's going to be Weird Esports, it's going to be True Rippers, Reckoning Esports, and tonight's winners, God Particles, facing off against each other in the semi-finals of the League Ego Challenger Series. The prize pool is going to be 1.5 lakh rupees, 150,000 rupees set. That's the prize pool that these guys are fighting for. So the stakes are definitely significant, and we're going to be having semi-finals both tomorrow as well as day after tomorrow. We're going to have the third place winner match on Friday, and make sure you guys are tuning in for our grand finals on Sunday. It's going to be starting off at about 6 p.m. IST. Seth's going to be joining me tomorrow as well for the first semi-final. Seth, excited for that one. And we're going to have Ready Whipped coming back on stream for the second semi-final and the grand finals as well. Hey, we're going to try and make a party out of the grand finals and have all 3 of us and give you guys a fun experience. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this.
Saturday?
That is Saturday.
Saturday. Got it.
But hey, if you guys enjoyed watching this, please make sure to drop a like on this video. It helps a lot. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't yet done it. I don't even know what's wrong with you. I'm kidding. Just do it now. It's fine. We can still be friends. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord server. We drop hot reels, highlights from the tournaments on Instagram every other day. So make sure you guys are following us there. Join our Discord server. We post some fun stuff there. We have giveaways regularly. So the whole shebang, guys. The whole shebang. League Ego is where it's at. So make sure you guys are following us on all our socials. We're going to end the broadcast for tonight. Seth, it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks so much for joining me, man, and looking forward to casting tomorrow's game with you as well. On your way out, folks, make sure to enjoy this fun little interview that we had with some of these pro players, and we'll see you guys at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if
it.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Bro.
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay. Listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past,
Right.
right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? We know who Shreya is. Okay, you're the 100 ping monster from Australia. That's what people call you. Okay?
I've been playing Valorant since the beta days, had a lot of experience in CSGO as well, played that semi-professionally in India as well as in Australia.
Next question. Any thoughts on Chamber?
I think Chamber is going to be very interesting for the crackhead Sentinel aimers like myself. I think that playing Killjoy, playing Cypher has been a little bit done.
What would you say is your message to these kids, like these aspiring young kids in the scene who want to make it big in esports?
And I get it. You know, I know that school sucks. I know that parents are annoying. They tell you to go to sleep early. They tell you to eat on time, even though you're in a timed game. But keep this in mind that the sooner you get that done with, the happier you'll be. And for Indian parents, it was very tough for me as well. I mean, I still to this very date. I mean, I'm now 19, pursuing this passion of mine, and I'm getting paid well for it. But my mom still is gonna come from behind, hit me on the head, and be like, "Go to bed. It's enough of a game. Close it. No more." Hi, my name is Shreya from VLT Asteria. We are participating in the League Ego Challenger Series 2021. Please come and support us. Live stream will start on December 1st. You better be.
It's all about the attitude.
This next guest of mine needs no introduction. Two-time League Ego champion. I would say the best, one of the best teams in India right now. Please put your hands together, folks, for Strokey from Team Valor. What's up, my man? How are you doing?
Grizzly, how about you?
How's the journey been for you with Valor so far?
So Valor, so to be open and clear with you, Valor is nothing but a group of friends playing together for fun. Team Valor is something when we don't make any strats or anything. It just on the day, it depends on the day for us. So if the day is good, we win. If the day is bad, we lose.
Good one. How important do you think are relationships with teammates? And do you think it's possible to play competitively with people you don't necessarily get along?
You need to have a good bond with the person you're playing with.
Right.
So good bond means good understanding.
Any team from the League Eco Challenger series that you're looking forward particularly to playing against?
Will be, I think, Cohesion,
Right.
Fangs, FS,
FS?
and Weird X. Yeah, and Weird X.
Right.
Because Weird X has her pawn in them.
Who is
Pixel.
that? Oh, Pixel has moved to Weird. That's right.
Weird X, yeah.
If you had to take an agent out from Valorant on a date, which agent would that be?
Reyna is pretty rough.
Very nice.
Viper is toxic.
Viper is
Yeah,
toxic.
Viper is toxic. And Jet is pretty fast.
Jet is too fast.
Yeah. So yeah, Sage, the calm, composed person. Yeah, healing us in times of bad times. Yeah, I will take out her on a date.
All right, guys.
And yeah,
Shreya, you have competition for Sage.
I'm Stoki from Team Valor. We are participating in League Ego Championship 2021. Live streaming will start from December 1st. Please tune in and support us. Thank you. Bye.